Welcome to the Out There channel. I don't think it's called that. Welcome to the Out There channel, live stream 147. I'm just going to cue the intro and some music. We've got John and Monica joining us on voice and video. I will switch over to my intro screen. It's going all right so far. Cue up some music. You won't hear it though, unless you're on YouTube. I'll just check. Okay, it looks like it's going there, John. We're running a wee bit late today. I was up till almost 5 AM. And I had to get up for 11:30. Is that going? Yes. Indicator's going. This will probably be up to 3 hours stream, depending on Google and internet, of course. Truth sounds like hate to those who hate the truth. This way to the truth. So we talk about various topics. I'll just stop the music now. Good to be back for another live stream. I'll just pause that and switch to the desktop. So we should be working. Just a bit paranoid that I didn't pause it. Hang on, I'm just going to check that again. Yep, looks like it's stuck. Oh. Okay, you guys there still?
Very much here live.
Yep. Assume the music was playing and the mic's being recorded. But
it was.
We just got no way to monitor our end. You know, you think there'd be like a test button where you can say test your system out before going live, and there doesn't seem to have one. And that Google's too busy censoring people than fixing up the code, I think. So yeah. So we got John from Tucson as usual joining us, and we also got a guest with us called Monica. I'll just show him on Discord here.
Hello.
MonikerOne. He's got his own Discord server that he wants to give a plug about, so we'll let him have a plug about it. And if anyone else wants to join us, jump on Discord and we'll set you up for the live room, because everybody has to be invited. We have to upgrade your status or role, as we call it, to be in this room, because we don't want anyone just jumping in there and talking over us. So yeah, how's it going, Monica? Whereabouts you from again? Just remind people whatnot, and just give yourself a plug. Over to you.
Awesome.
Talk about yourself, where you're from, and what you do.
My name's Jonathan. I come from Charlotte, North Carolina. You know, I've recently created a Discord channel. Basically, it's open to almost anyone who wants to come in and be respectful and have a discussion about any topic. You would post your topic. You would come into the Discord, enter your role. A staff member would give you your role, and from then you would be given access to different chats based on your role. And when you're in these roles, you can talk with people of your own role about things that you find that you have in common, and you can talk to the rest of the Discord community and debate with them any sort of number of topics that you would like to.
So how many people
it'll be fun.
How many people you got in this server, or yours, or group?
Only 6 right now. I actually just opened it this evening.
Right. Cool.
So,
And
it'll be a slow beginning, but we're gonna get there.
you want to post it in the site so people can link to it in the side of the YouTube chat?
For sure. For sure, I'll do that in a moment.
Okay. 147 this is. Hopefully I typed that correct. So you're going to be talking about any topic or science, so you're probably going to be doing similar to what I am. So we do a bit of science. We talk about UFO mostly, UFO videos, and we talk about paranormal sometimes. So yeah, so paranormal science to science, I guess.
Paranormal sciences would definitely be allowed. I'm gonna have to make a sub room for that.
Yeah. You just don't know how fast your channel will grow. Mine's growing really slowly. But then again, I'm the most hated UFO channel out there because I expose everything as lies.
How could you?
Yeah, we're just trying to seek the truth, and a lot of it out there is lies, as you know. Tyler, not to bring him up, but we have to. Just everyone thinks he pulled a stunt on his fans to boost his income again. Saying that Google had disabled his ads. The whole thing was very suspicious. There was no proof, no emails, no headers. So yeah, anyone could have photoshopped what the thing he showed to someone else. So we just don't know. It's very strange that they would go against their own policies and re-enable his money on his channel again. But yeah, we did a big live stream a few streams back. I think we spent only on security on that one, didn't we, John? Was it 3 hours where I sort of recapped everything and pointed out all the problems with him and his channel. But we always said if he comes clean of all the things that he's faked and told everybody that he was actually faking stuff, we'll probably leave him alone. But until that day happens, and he puts it up on his YouTube channel, so it's like Section 51. Do you know Section 51 at all? He's the one that pretended to film UFO videos or get UFO videos from worldwide, and basically over Eastern Way, Paris Way. He was actually the CGI artist. He come clean, and now no one follows his channel hardly. So that's what happens when you become honest. So yeah.
I'm actually not able to post links in your chat, so I'm just gonna go ahead and post a link, and then if you could just copy and paste it from Discord.
Just say hi, and I'll give you a mod rights so you can post. Just say hi in the side chat if you want, and I'll give you rights to post. Or John can. Do you want to do that, John? Give him a spanner.
No, we've got somebody else that's on the side chat. So you take one, I'll take the other.
No, he hasn't posted yet. MonikerOne,
okay.
have you posted?
I threw hello in there.
Oh, is that yours?
It's Finetto Beliak. That's
right.
me. It's just an outdated YouTube that I have.
All right, I'll just upgrade you then if it works. Add moderator. Okay, now you should be able to post. I don't know why.
Awesome.
I don't know why they don't offer a upgrade for posting links, because it's one basic option that everybody needs, So that's to his Discord server. What's the name of your server though? Can't quite see it.
Debate and discussion Discord server.
Okay.
Pretty bland right now. I haven't come up with any sort of cool creative name for it.
Okay. So you wanted to talk about the last thing that we were talking about on UFOs topic, about the best UFO footage I've got so far from a Sky Watcher from Mojo, I think it was. Let's see if I can find it to refresh everybody's memory, because you wanted to have a say about it. we keep bringing up this one. Let's see. So we did a actually we did something like a 5-hour live debunk on it actually. Where is it? This one here, 5.5 hours. Trying to rig it to ambulance lights, but I don't think it's ambulance lights. Here we go. This one here. I'll just post the link in the side. It's still the only best video footage I've got, which there's no obvious signs of faking it. Now, if you watched it, I'll just post it separately here. Just go back. Are you still there, John? Because sometimes you drop off.
No, I'm here.
Okay. It's nice clear sound today, so it might be a good sign. So that's how live currently going with that blue alien head. Probably have to do a thumbnail for that later. So we go to his video, just play it here a bit. I'll just skim through it.
My heart's beating fast.
Alright, forgot to change the sound direction.
Excitement.
So that's part of the footage here. Just redirect the sound better. So it goes through the headsets. So everybody can hear it. Oh yeah, so this is the footage here. Or part of it anyway. It's got various lights coming on. You can see one lights up way at the top here. I don't think it's ambulance lights or fire trucks, because the lights are crazy on it, if that's the case.
Yeah.
I don't think
Where
it's
was this filmed?
Oregon.
Zoomed out.
Okay.
He lives in a remote area, and it's got a forest and a swamp land out the back of him. And he films this guy sitting in his deck chair, and suddenly they appeared over his waterway out the back there and started filming it. That's what he claims anyway. So if that's ambulances in the distance here and the lights are smaller, why aren't we seeing more lights, you know? Or why are the lights turning off? And you can hear the crickets or whatever it is. And this is the swamp grass in the front here. That he's got a high-powered torch that he lights up. And he's got one of these old 20-year-old low-light handy cams, Sony cams. And it was interlaced as well. And it's only 480p interlaced, so it's not the highest quality video. And you can hear that whooshing sound in the background. I'm not sure if it's loud enough. How's it going? Pretty low down.
Guys, the ship is back here.
So what did you think of that? I had a close listen in the headphones of the sound in the background to see whether it had been faked with repeating insect noises or artificial sounds. I couldn't pick out some of the low sounds in the background. I thought it may be a road not off in the distance with traffic passing by, like the sound you get of a Doppler effect, but it also sounds to me like it could. Okay, so this is meant to be an alien in a black overall. Look like skin type black wear. Now the question is, could it be someone wearing a latex mask in a black suit? Could well be. You know, we got no way of knowing whether it's legit or not. But you can see, oh, what's happened there? Are you there, Monica? Monica, you dropped off there, did you? Are you there, Monica?
I'm just setting up some stuff now. So.
You just dropped out, so I just wanted Discord was having problems. As long as you can hear me.
Problem.
Okay, so you'll probably be looking at the video at the same time on YouTube. So this is the alien grey in the cockpit. So now we're talking about, on that video, we're talking probably only about 30 pixels by 20 pixels, and that's what it's spud cam again, unfortunately. But we got a row of lights at the top here, which they claim to be lights on top of a ambulance. I'm not too sure if the light configuration matches any ambulances, but there is a red strobing light that goes along here and downwards every so often, and there's a red one here that blinks. And if that's a spotlight, do they have a spotlight that's so close to the passenger window? So we've sort of been nutting around with this for a long time, just re-looking at it again and see if we can spot anything. But here's a hand of the alien here. It's in a chair. It's actually quite a big area. Once I do some further enhancements, you can see it's in a big area. It looks like a cockpit of a helicopter or something like that, but no way is it a helicopter. So the people were saying this was the spotlight of the car, but it's too far up to be a spotlight on the ambulance, from what I can see. So we'll just play more of it here. The jets, and I thought I heard even a helicopter noise there. Hello, Vern. So I thought maybe he had been mistaken, some Air Force activity. So the only way was... There's that boom noise again. You keep dropping off, Monica. Are you there?
Yeah, I keep accidentally clicking channels that I'm editing.
Okay. So yeah, you can see it's definitely moving. Investigate the video further and see what I could find. And it's looking down. It's looking up. This is an enhanced footage. And there you can see its hand that I managed to stabilize and zoom in. Okay, it was looking straight at us then. What he claims is the alien. So, okay, so it looks like it's tilting its head, looking straight at us at the moment. So here we go. We can see there's some red there, and this strobing light that's going along here. Is it ambulance? I don't know. You can see the hand here. I think it is. I don't think it's a spotlight at that stage. In grey. And it does look three-dimensional when I enhance it even further. Looks like it's touching some sort of panel that's got lights on it. Control room when I enhance it even further in the next following clips, which I will discuss. As you can see, because of the grass that he was filming. So this is the high, the grass, and when you enhance it, you can actually see how much grass he's filming through. So he hasn't got clear visibility, but here's a zoom pan back. There's the lights above the creature, so you can see how big the area that creature's sitting in. Whether it's a car, I don't know. Ambulance. And then we got these other lights down here, big spotlights down here, which is where you probably would think where the headlights would be, right? So but when we saw the creature, it was pretty much just above that spotlight there. So it looks like it's like a bay window to something bigger, you know. So we'll just keep playing that. Through the craft was low down, so it kind of rules out being military aircraft in that instance. And also the sound could be related to its... Okay, you can see in this enhancement here, which was a crazy enhancement. It was filters on filters on filters. You can start to see there's a black outline that sort of fits a UFO shape, right? It's going around here, comes around. Definitely a UFO type shape, and it's got some lights up the top here too. But enhancing it like this, obviously it's going to overexpose the lights as well. But it just shows you it's a dark black skin of some kind, right? So I don't know. Sucking up water or doing some sort of experiments. And of course it's not unusual to have military aircraft and helicopters chasing UFOs, as it's not the first time we've heard eyewitnesses say they've seen helicopters and jet fighters chasing UFOs. Since Mojo didn't provide us a location, I couldn't rule out roads and nearby airports and air bases. But here is some amazing footage I've managed to enhance with some special editing. And you can see it's a three-dimensional object that he's filming inside the lights. And it does look like some sort of control panel. And it does look like a alien grey, although the colors have been altered here for... Okay, so we move on a bit. I run it through various filters. Here's another one. As you can see, the more filters you run through, we're changing various blacks and whites to different colors to try and get things to pop out. It does look like a three-dimensional head, right? Looks like an eye. In fact, it looks like a small eye there, doesn't it? You can start to see what looks like to be the black suit and the arm coming down here. And it looks like a seat that's sitting in here. And yeah, it kind of looks like a dog alien, really, doesn't it? Because it's got interlace, and we're not too sure on what we're seeing, because there was obviously interlacing artifacts where part of it's lost, the details lost. What's happening? Moniker's disappeared again.
No, he's.
No,
Oh, yes, he did.
Yeah, he's dropped out the room. He's back again.
Look, it probably won't happen again.
Yeah, well, that's the sort of thing that was happening when John was on. Yeah, so that's pretty much it, really. That was the most important part. And here's the one where I enhance it a different way. And you can see here the head's got stretched because of the movement of the camera. So instead of it being more round, it's sort of got stretched because he's moving with the motion blur. But it looks like it looks like a bumpy type of head. If it's latex mask, I don't know. You can see here it looks like a small eye again, but could be some missing data, of course. So it looks smaller than it is. Looks like a mouth there, doesn't it? A little slit. Very similar to what people describe on the abduction cases. So if he faked this, he did a pretty good job, I think. You can see here, it looks like another black suit that absorbs all light. He's got all those lights above. You think you'd be able to see more of the clothing and the inside of Terrier, but it's almost like it's a light absorbing material. I would expect more. I would expect more shades, shades of black and things when I enhanced it, especially for all the filters to show up, and in clothing. Especially if it's
one of the things that gets me about videos like this is, to me, especially at where you have it stopped right here, it kind of looks like I can see where the shoulders are and like the elbows and the arms, and where does the idea that alien life would be bipedal with 2 arms and 2 legs come from? Well,
I don't know. Maybe it's like a common thing in the universe. You never know, really. But that's not the case, though. It's only certain aliens that have 2 limbs, right? You got the Mantis, which actually has 6 limbs. Has like a middle pair of limbs or legs and a back pair, and then it has its 2 arms at the top, which are sort of got like pincher claws on it, from what I heard anyway. But further on in the video, that looks like there is some sort of mantis in the bushes coming towards him. So we just carry on here. So I tried to undistort the image by squashing it back down. And here's this big head that people talk about, the alien greys. It sort of fits. The eyes are not as big as what's described, though. It's got little eyes, and it looks like an ear there, and you can see the slit in the mouth. It looks like something out of Star Wars, Star Wars movie. So it's one of the best videos I've got, and I offered it to James Fox, as you know, because he was after the best video footages. I said, look, I said to the Skywatcher, do you mind if I send in my analysis for them to look at to decide if they want to analyze it themselves? And he said, go for it. And James Fox wasn't interested. So I don't know. It was offered to him for free. He wasn't interested in the $100,000 that was on offer.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he wasn't interested. He didn't even want to talk to me about it. What happened is James Fox went off to one of these other MUFON people that are naysayers and said, nah, it's definitely a hoax. You know, it's using ambulance and latex and all that. How do you know, though? You'd put it out in front of people and let people decide, you know. But I said to him, I said to the guy, the Skywatcher, I said, if James Fox uses it, I hope he gets you a decent camera for skywatching, you know, at least get something out of it. Because it's definitely really good footage. But at first, he wanted to keep copyright ownership of it, right? And but in the end, he just decided he didn't care about it because he lost his friends over it. The friends thought he faked it and all that, and he said, no, I haven't, and all that. So he was pretty constant with his claim. And because we've got some interlace in here, I think it almost makes it look like a dog. One of these dog alien heads. And you can see here the chair. See, now we can get the reflection of this black chair. So the chair is black as well. And I thought, if that's an ambulance, what's this on the end of the chair? It's a fairly big chair for an ambulance. And is that like a CB thing where they hang on there? So, yeah, I still keep looking at this footage and I still can't see why someone would spend so much effort faking it if they got nothing out of it and lost all their friends and family over it, you know? It just doesn't make sense. So you can see here reflection on the skull and face. I know some people like to do it for fame and whatnot, but yeah, I don't know.
My girlfriend and I actually spent a little bit of time looking at this video, and we came up with the conclusion that it was an ambulance on our own. That is what we saw in the video. Looking at.
Yeah, but how can you explain all the lights? You know, there's quite a big spread of lights there.
Could you link me to the original video again so I can look at it?
Did I not paste it down the side? I probably didn't.
Oh, you might have one.
Hang on, let me just copy the link. The thing is, I combined all the lights from all the frames into one image. That was that UFO thing that I drew. I think it was further on. But anyway, I did some more analysis on the movement here. Now, we found out this Turkey video since, because that was like the best evidence of aliens, right? These are actually screw heads with little black things, a little like a little indentation each side of the screw head on the lens extender. So it shows how easy stuff can be faked, right? So there's a little screw head coming out the side here and one in the middle here. And what they do is they were just flexing the extender telephoto lens and they were filming the internal lens reflection. And of course, it looked like the heads were looking around and bending downwards because the stress of the putting torque on the telephoto as they were filming. So they faked it. The Turkey video was definitely a fake. But this one is a bit more elaborate. It's more elaborate than the Turkey one. So these are various frames I took. You can see how the eyes, I drew around where the eyes were and the mouth and whatnot. You can see that it was definitely looking around in different directions. So this is where I overlaid all the lights from all the frames. And of course they get brighter and brighter and whatnot. But here's this pulsating red one going down this way. And here's a collection of the white and red lights above. And this light over here, so you can see it's got little tiny lights up the top here. It made no sense whatsoever. So Yeah.
How would you propose that this is an alien spaceship when if you watch the video, like the original video from beginning to end, introducing the UFO, and then when you can't see it, right, it really looks asymmetrical to me, at least.
Well, there's the creature from one of the frames there. So that's how big the creature was above the lights. But the lights are bigger because all the frames have been added, so it's been overexposed. So these lights are bigger than what they really were. And there's that light underneath where the panel is there. And at some stage, if you watch carefully, you can almost see another alien that sort of walks in and walks out. It almost looks like it's walking along there and then disappears. But like I said, it's like this black skin that absorbs light. The clover absorbs light. The craft absorbs light. So I'm not sure how he did that. If it's an ambulance, why can't we see any reflection of the bumper bar, windows? There's no clues there of it being an ambulance. In fact,
I would say if
we
it
lined it up
wasn't
with
an
an ambulance.
then it could also be.
Yep.
Go ahead.
It could also be two ambulances, was maybe what we thought, back to back, maybe. One ambulance here, and one ambulance here, and maybe something else over here. But what's these little lights over the top, though? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So you can sort of
when I think about those lights on top, I just feel like I can rig up 4 metal bars with a metal bar connecting them at the top that is a base for the other lights.
Yeah. Well, what we said, it can be hoaxed. We never denied that it can't be hoaxed. I thought it was maybe like he's got hold of a barge, built up a table on there with a person in latex suits sitting, and rigged up little LED lights, and put a cardboard. You get that plastic cardboard that you can staple onto a wooden frame, and just paint it black, and bingo, you got your light show. And when he turns on the torch, where he's actually trying to get them to respond, he might be signaling to them to open up the window and just show themselves, right? So it can be faked. There is some suspicion there that it could be faked, but it doesn't mean it was faked, though. But it's a bit like that faked, and what's that show called? The paranormal, faked or real paranormal, whatever it's called. That guy, Ben Hansen
Jonathan
guy.
Frakes.
What was it?
Jonathan Frakes.
No, what was that TV series that debunked YouTube videos? Fact or fake paranormal or something?
Yeah, it's hard to say.
Well, haven't you seen it? It's got Ben Hansen on it. They went out to. They went out to try and debunk a UFO sighting, right? And they're on a lake, and they had 2 cameras set up, and they caught this light that lit up in the forest, but like Mojo's video, actually. It's really similar to Mojo's video. It lit up in this swampy area, in a tree line, and this bright light, brighter than anything else, just lit up and just hovered over the lake and took off straight off to the sky. This went zoom. And he took it to the UFO Congress, saying that they couldn't debunk this. This was actually a real UFO sighting. They caught by pure chance when they're trying to debunk the other guy's video, saying that he filmed it on the same lake, right? So,
are you speaking of the not this, what we were just talking about, the Joe Rogan Questions Everything?
No, it's another series that was on TV.
That was a TV show as well, just debunking YouTube stuff.
No, Joe Rogan wasn't as good as this series. They debunked quite a lot of stuff, actually. They debunked that Jonathan Reed one, where he claimed it killed his dog. Fact or faked?
Oh, that guy that had it in his deep freeze.
They debunked that one. They used voice stress analysis. Here it is, fact or fake paranormal files. I don't know if it's got a picture there at all. But if you haven't watched that series, it's actually quite good. Was it Sci-Fi Channel? Yes, it's on Sci-Fi Channel. Had Ben Hansen, the ex-FBI guy, or whatever what he used to do, I don't know. But yeah, they've got a whole bunch of scientific critics on there and scientists that go out and debunk various videos on YouTube. It's a good series. You're not seen it. It went from 2010 to 2012 here. But anyway, they filmed this one on the lake. You have to find it. It's really good footage, very interesting footage, and they caught it on multiple cameras. So, and the FBI just couldn't debunk it because they caught it themselves, right? And of course, they're not going to be faking it because he's the one trying to debunk other people's. So yeah, go and check out that show. But anyway, like I said, it could be 2 ambulances back to back, but one's got more white lights on and the other one's got strobing red lights. But I haven't seen it strobing, so if you go back to the original video game, which I will go to, and you can't hardly see it until he zooms in. But at the end, we spotted something else going on. So you can see here there's more lights in the bushes here as well, that you don't see on the original footage until you start adding all the frames together, which is like overlaying all the lights. So you can see here, obviously, some interpretation had to be done because he zoomed in. So you had to unzoom it and overlay it on previous frames. And that's what I did here. And there's this light over here that seems to hover around, going back and forth here. All by itself. This light seemed to be like the abnormal one out. Made no sense whatsoever. And then you got these strange little lights down here as well. But at the end of the video, there's something else that happens. This thing starts popping out in the weeds, right? So this is a zoom in, and of course it's so low quality and low light that it's hard to make out what it is. I thought maybe it was a flower head of some kind, but here you can see in the filtering that it's got this black suit thing on still, you know, the black overalls. You didn't notice at the time. And yeah, if you draw around the bits there, does it look like a mantis type head, you know? Lots of information missing there though, but could it be like an alien mantis, you know?
An alien mantis mod.
Sorry, Vern, I haven't had time. Here's another one. You can see the black suit here. Definitely a lot blacker than the background, right? It's definitely popping out black here. Looks like the face bit his here, you know, the little face bit with bits hanging down, the little black eye there, the big round eyeball. It looks very much creature-like. You know, it looks different to the last one anyway. And there's another one. You can see it here again, the black suit. Looks like it's more a side view, right? And then you got the head and the big eyes. But of course, a lot of it's going to be corrupted because of interlace and low light. But yeah, it's open for interpretation what we're looking at here. But it's definitely different to the other creature. Or other latex mask, as you might call it. This one might be a mantis mask, and the other one might be an alien mask of some sort that they bought from a shop. But here's all the questions we asked him at the end here. And I looked at his channel. He's never had ads on his channel. He's never made money from his videos, which is very strange for a UFO channel, as you know. So what was he faking stuff for? Why? The guy's in his 60s. Why would he bother faking stuff? It makes no sense. Unless he's got a mental problem or he was after attention. But if we go back to the video game, and so he's filming it from that distance, right? 300 feet away. So that's how far away it was. It's pretty close. Maybe not close enough, but we're talking about swampy land, right? So first of all, I talk about here's the long grass on the edge of the swamp. Now, he didn't want to report it to MUFON because he knew if he gave it to MUFON, he would lose copyright because that's part of their policy. And I said, well, why don't you just take a slice of the video and keep the full one for yourself and just give them a slice of maybe a couple of bits of the video. And when the investigator comes, show him the full video, you know. But yeah, I can see the problem here. You know, the MUFON, as soon as they get the best video footage, they keep it for themselves, and then they put on all these symposiums where people pay $10 entry to go and watch their presentation about it all. He didn't want that. I don't blame him, really. You know, I don't blame him because if he's captured the best footage of UFO on the whole planet, he doesn't want to give away copyright to it because he wants to profit from it to change his lifestyle. You know, why should he make other people rich from it? I can understand, right? You know, maybe MUFON need to change their policy saying that you can keep the copyright, but we're allowed to use it as well, or something like that, some other terminology. What people will submit it. So yeah, where's the video clip? We'll just play it going from the beginning. I think it was about here. And you can see the strobing light that happens. Try all of them. Once he focuses on it. Here's the 3-minute clip now. There we go, here we go.
Guys, look at this. Look at this. Holy cow. Lights are
So lights are all over the place at the moment.
Look at that, guys. It's beautiful. Just want to show you. Let me grab my flashlight.
So the lights are sort of gone.
This is straight ahead.
If that was ambulances, why would the lights suddenly fade like that?
Still going on.
Now he's trying to do what with the torch there? Calibrate the camera again for low light? I don't know.
Wow.
But there's the guy in the creature. You just saw the creature there for a few seconds in the cockpit.
Guys, look at
If you blinked, you'd miss it. See, if he was trying to fake a latex guy in this thing, why didn't he focus on the alien all the time? You know, it's almost like he didn't notice it at the time, right? Until after he looked at the footage. See, it's going through all these weeds. You can see how far away it is. And here's another light over here, out in the whatnots here, which seems to come in here and fly and hang around here. It seems to fly back and forth. It's like almost like a separate entity to the actual main craft. Could it be like one of these sphere UFOs? Who knows? I still think it's one of the best videos I've seen.
That's impressive.
Okay, so you see this light over here, it's not moving at the moment, but it will start strobing.
My heart's beating fast.
You can see it looks like it's on the same craft because like that light there is moving in the same time as that light there. If it's two separate cars, now these lights are not moving. So if you've got a headlight over here, where's the other headlight? It's a really clever fake if he's using two ambulances or he's filming two ambulances. There's something wrong with the ambulance lights. Really crazy.
I'm not even zoomed out.
And there's that light that's coming from nowhere. It was way over the other distance before. It's this little light up here. It makes no sense whatsoever. It's not strobing yet, I don't think. See, the light's gone out there. You've got those little tiny ones at the top. Okay, you can hear him turning the torch on and off all the time. There you go. Now, why is he doing it? I don't know. You guys still there?
Yep.
You don't have to
I'm
let me
talking
do all
with
the
Earl.
talking.
Yes, I am.
You can interrupt me anytime you want to if you want to have a say.
Yeah, I'm talking with Earl.
For sure. I'm just a little bit distracted right now. I'm sorry.
All right.
Guys, the ship is back here to. So, what did you think of that?
So yeah, no matter how many times we look at that, it's still amazing footage. Anyway, what's Vern got to say down the side here? I got to go now mow the lawn. What, you're going to mow the lawn is more interesting than watching my live stream? How sucky is that? I know, I saw them on 2 occasions and I hope I never see them again.
Use whatever it is, and so he's coughing and choking and hacking.
Oh, right, okay.
He said he may jump in late.
That's a no then. Yeah, I'll just zoom out a bit there. So Vern's one of these eye watchers too that's caught things with his eyes, but he hasn't caught them on camera, unlike Mojo has. Did I tell you about the time I saw people over here in the industrial park who only work at night? I drove by and I saw them out like on break at 1 or 2 a.m. They had something about them that was very weird. I don't know if it was shenanigans, but was driving with my headlights off because I had been seeing stuff in around the area. I know I saw them on 2 occasions. I hope I never see them again, but this wasn't all that far from my house. I gotta go now. Right, Finn. You should have come on to voice and told us. Did I tell you about the time I saw it? No. Okay, that's where you started, was it? No. Who's to say they have definite bodies? He's talking about 2 limbs, 2 arms, and all that. Either or the bodies are limited to physical restraints. Either might be we are far from the norm. So yeah, we just don't know what DNA is like throughout the universe. It could be just the same as on planet Earth here. And if we are seeded by panspermia, right, and the DNA is traveling through space on comets from maybe from planets that had life on, that where the sun exploded and blew apart the planet, and then put DNA throughout space that still drifted through space, landed on other planets over millions of years and seeded them and begun life again. Who knows? Lots of possibilities, we can't rule out aliens being real. Especially with the star stuff that's meant to be coming out with the pilot sightings of these strange craft,
Let's hope so.
swamp lights. But yeah, still the best footage, and everyone's saying it's hoax. But I can't call it. I can't say either way on this one. It's well done. He would have spent a lot of time there making sure there was no reflections to give away stuff, and people would have come forward by now. I think it's been like 2011, right? Someone says, "Oh yeah, I helped Mojo fake that. Here's the mask that we wore and all this." You think someone would come forward by now. So yeah, I don't know. Especially if he lost his friends over it. You'd come clean. So yeah.
I had a close listen in the headphones off the sound in the background.
Anyway. So I'll leave it over to you if you want to talk about it now. I just recapped everybody on it, Monica. So what's your rundown? You still think it's ambulances?
I mean, I understand where you think it's credible. I just, looking at the full video from beginning to end, I really cannot see anything but either 2 ambulances or a truck with a platform built on it, or 1 ambulance even. it really looks like some sort of vehicle, to me at least.
Well,
Like
if
I
you can,
can't help but only see the
well,
frame of
you
a
should better
vehicle.
get the video and overlay the vehicle that you think it is, because we tried to do that. We spent a 5-hour live stream
Well,
on it.
if the vehicle's been modified in any way, then you can't overlay it. If things are built on top of it.
Yeah, but we're talking about a 60-year-old doing an elaborate hoax like this. If anything, we could assume that someone was pranking him, right? Because they knew he's a sky watcher, and they probably thought, "Oh, we're just going to pull a prank on him." But he said it's a really difficult area to get to, and there's no way ambulances could have been in the swamp. So that's why we wanted the location. He wouldn't give us the location because it's at the back of his house, right? And he didn't want people going there. And from what I understand, he's gone to university now for some reason. I don't know why at his age, but maybe he wanted to get another job, maybe. But
I mean, my grandpa
he's
just recently finished college himself.
yeah. So he said he was going to maybe give us a location when he moves away from the area, which I think he may have done now, but he's gone silent. He said, "Oh yeah, I'm dropping off the net for a while I sort my life out." So maybe he'll come back. Maybe he'll give us the area, and so we can have a look where the swamp was and see if the measurements all calculate out. But until that happens, we can't really say. But maybe if James Fox took it on and went out there to visit him and saw the area, maybe they could have said for sure whether it's hoaxed or not, or maybe someone got a barge together with lights on it and latex masks. Who knows? And silently paddled it out into the swamp to where he was, and then paddled it away. But you'd think you'd hear other noises in the background there. You definitely can't hear any splashing around. You can't hear any other people in the background. But people said he was suspicious the way he was talking to the camera, because he said, "Look at that, everybody." But you got to remember, this guy was filming UFOs previously and uploading them on his YouTube, and then suddenly he got this footage, and the best footage that he's seen so far. So he's saying, "Look at this, everybody," look at that. But the way he didn't focus on the person in the cockpit is really strange to me. If he was faking it, because that's the key point. People want to see this alien grey in the cockpit, right? So why zoom in and then zoom back out? It doesn't make any sense if he was hoaxing it, unless he's really, really clever. Because you can see there's only like a few pixels off the whole camera width, and I can see if your heart's racing and you're trying to keep it steady and filming it from the excitement, that you're not going to see everything when you're filming it, right? Because it's low light and all that. The camera obviously picked it up, but his eyesight's on the little visor, maybe, or the eyepiece on these Handycam. He didn't see it. So there's more pros that it's legit versus that he hoaxed it, from what I can see, anyway. But naysayers will be naysayers, and we did actually look at it more. Let's see. To see whether it had been. We did actually do a live stream on it, because it keeps coming up, this video. Let's see, where's that video link going? I'll post it so you can have a watch of the 5-hour live stream on it if you want. And where I was actually trying to line it up with ambulances. Copy link.
Yeah, I remember that one.
5-hour, and he actually come on. And started talking to us, saying that
Yep.
that he didn't fake it and all that sort of stuff. Live Mojo. And people were saying, "Why don't you give off your location?" and all that. But here you can see that I overlaid the ambulances. I should have opened it on the new link. I think he comes on at the end there. I think that's where he comes on. Come on, YouTube. because another skeptic said it was ambulance lights, and he just overlaid one frame, right? And even he overlaid all the lights where the whole craft on the ambulance lights, and it didn't fit. Sort of fit, but then that means the creature would have to been on the bonnet of the car, right? There had to be like a little LCD screen that was playing to do that, rather than someone in a latex mask. So I think the ambulance idea was wrong for that part alone. I think if it was faked, it had to be made on a platform. So here we start to overlay the ambulance and the light.
You know, one of the things that gets me is that it looks like on the front there's white lights and on the back there's white lights, just like a car would have.
Yes, I did try to point that out with an old-fashioned Batman type car in the episode, because when I presented the evidence, I also looked at ways that it could be faked as well. Remember, I gave a balance breakdown on it. Didn't say, "Whoa, guys, this is definitely a UFO," but could it be breakdown? And I thought the debunking of it was really lame. But there's all the lights again, right? This is a overlay of all the lights. And now I've put an ambulance, scaled it down to where the creature would have to be in the cockpit, which is above this light here, the creature. So it sort of lines up there. So it's possible. But what's all these other lights that just all over the place, you know? Lights are everywhere. You see my problem? It's got to be more than one car to match it that way. And the other debunker was actually lining up one section of lights, which I'll probably put up here somewhere. I think it was there. Yeah. The other debunker, Dana Law was his name. He sent me, it wasn't that one. He sent me a frame of his ambulance. It'll be there somewhere probably. For this one actually. I'm not too sure now. I can't seem to find it. But we did fresh it out back then too. It's a good video. It's always one we're going to talk about until we can prove it 100% either way.
I'm going to do something and I'll post it to your Discord in just a second.
Yeah. I did have a thing to, I probably got in the folders. I got it somewhere anyway. The original thing that was sent to me by the dental law guy. I think it's in the video there somewhere. It's just I can't pin it by thumbnail. Why is that not opening up? It's always a good one to keep bringing up though. Because it's a good one to discuss. Someone might see something new in it that we didn't notice. Let's see. Downloads. Might still have it in my load of files here. My streams or Mojo. Okay. Mojo. Unfortunately, my eyes can't read that. Here we go. Mojo new. That might be it. This is why you keep things in folders. So, where's the one he sent me? I took various snapshots. Saved it. I think it might have been that one, was it? Let's have a look. Nope. See, I was trying to line it up initially with one frame. So there's the head of the alien. Here's the lights that was going on that particular frame. It looks like it's got 3 there, one bright one there. It doesn't sort of line up with this particular ambulance structure though. Where's the other headlight gone? That should be over here. But there's no other headlight, you see. So you can definitely see on that particular frame there, it could be headlights. So what's this other light doing up here? What's that doing? Where's that coming from? You see what I mean? So there you go, overlay it. Oh, what happened there? Sorry, it went wrong.
Uh-oh, there we go. Oh, well.
So I think I clicked on the wrong thing. I think one was a radio, was it? Let's see. Not too sure which one was his one. I think it might have been this one here, was it? So these are all various frames, right? I was trying to see how that one ambulance could generate all these lights, and it just couldn't fit it, you know? We just couldn't fit it with one ambulance. So there's an overlay now, see? Overlaying where the people are with that person with a mask. And you can see the lights are definitely different spacing apart. So there's the thing there. There's the lights there for that creature there. And it doesn't quite fit. And there's another one with one of the frames I did with the ambulance overlaid for a different scale down. Still doesn't fit. And that's the one I did with the Batman type car. Could that be 2 headlights? Some LED lights in the cabin or on top maybe, and some brake lights at the end. See, it sort of has that sort of round cabin bay and the blackness as well. But that means the alien's down here on the bonnet there. So that means it has to be like a little LED LCD screen playing on the bonnet to simulate the creature. Because it wouldn't be a person in a latex suit because it doesn't fit that size of a car, you see. So we looked at I looked at everything. I was just wrapping it around my head thinking, can I pin this? Is someone pranking him in a black car? And there's another pattern lights here. There's that small light way out the top here. And if that's an ambulance, a row of lights here and a latex mask, the lights are different on the front of the car here. Why can't we see the bumper? Why can't we see inside the car? You know, why all these lights here? Why is it not lighting up the interior of the car? There's a lot of light there. Because when we look at the ambulance here, you can see the people clearly in the car, right? With all the lights going that they had. See all the lights they got here. They got these ones at the front. You can see the people in there. Driver. All these lights on top. It's lighting. You can see the side bits of the car being lit up. Reflections of the windows. You see what I mean? If it's an ambulance, why aren't we seeing all the other things that should be in that picture?
I just drew this really quick on Photoshop, and so this is from a part of it taken at
we're
9 minutes and 42 seconds.
We're actually posting it on Discord.
There's another.
Right. Anyway,
The
this is what was sent to me by Denalore on his editing system here. He took one frame here, and he overlaid it on this ambulance.
But
here.
what I see with it, right? It kind of looks like I can outline a grill at the front in a few moments, like between 9:40 and it looks like you can see the grill. Like
okay,
it looks like you can see one headlight. It's at kind of an angle, and like you would be able to see the other back headlight with the side of the car facing you at like almost a 90-degree, but not quite.
You post it in lobbies, did you,
and-
instead of down here? We got rooms set up for live.
To me, those top lights look very much like, you know, just the back of truck lights.
Okay,
You know,
how do
with
I-
those
okay.
lights at the top easily being just a strobe light
Yeah.
that they would have put up there, or just, you know, some sort of rotating mechanism with regular lights, and it going between the grass or the trees. What I would say also is that,
There you go,
you know, if
Paul.
you couldn't see the light on the other side, that maybe there was something blocking the other headlight from being in view. That they might have purposely placed so that you couldn't see the other headlight, and you couldn't officially say whether it was a car because you couldn't see both headlights.
But can you
Phil?
apply that shape to the whole video though? So if you transpose that on top of the whole video and watch where the lights are, does it sort of add up? You know what I mean?
Well, if you go to 940,
So where's the grill that you're talking about here? Because you got to remember, I did a
it
lot
kind of looks like there's two little lights that you see just
here.
to the left in the picture of the headlight, that those could be reflecting from a metal grill surface. And it's at 9 minutes and like 48 seconds. It looks like it kind of turns a little bit, and you can see where you know, like the two bottom red lights and then just one top red light.
So you're saying on the left side is where the grill is of the truck, right?
Yes, being the front.
Okay, so where's the alien creature or person in latex mask in this bunch here? Because it was just above the light there, you know, where you got the light here. I can't quite point to it. That's zoomed in. So the alien creature is just above that light here, right? It's right about here, which makes it
That'd be
mean
about the size of a human in a truck.
no, but if you look at the zoom in, the creature's just above this light here, which means it's got to be a really small puppet if that's the case.
I mean, that would be like half of the trucks here by where I live would be those smaller trucks. You know?
Although you can fit it, I still don't think it is. Because if you look at overall, that creature, if that's a three-dimensional creature, you can see the reflection of the lights above, because your lights, because I think it had some lights appear here, because these lights appeared at different locations, right? That sort of pulsed red here. I was trying to see if I can point to it. It post red here and went strobing across and then downwards. Went downwards there. In fact, I think there was another light here. I think that's the second light. I think the other light is actually here. The other light was here. The other big spotlight was here, and the creature was above here. So that would fit for the cabin, but it doesn't fit with the spotlights being on a truck. So there's yeah, I can see what you're saying, but I'm still not 100% sold on it. Fortunately, you'd have to run that through all the various light locations and show it being a truck with LED lights on it or whatever. That's possible, but I think there's a lot of easier way to fake this though. Would be, like I said, have it on a float, just build a simple wooden frame with black cardboard and put LEDs on it, and just have someone sitting on a chair that opens up a portal on the cutout and just pretends to be looking at a light panel, and then close it up again. So I don't know. It means he would have to have people helping him, and they haven't come clean if they have. They haven't exposed him as a liar. You know what I mean? because you can prove something can be done, doesn't mean that it was actually faked. You know what I mean? It's the same as that program that I was talking about. Because they could debunk it, doesn't mean that it was actually how they described what happened. Because a lot of it was really iffy. Some of their debunks saying, "Oh, we think it's this," but even though they debunked it, doesn't mean it was the case. You know. Certainly, the one where the car went through a fence, that was one of their first episodes. Was a really good one. Go and try and dig up the series and have a watch. It'll be on a live stream somewhere. They did some really good analysis for sure. So yes, it's good to have a different viewpoint on it, though.
Absolutely.
But definitely keep working on it. If you can prove all the frames in that video being a truck with someone wearing a latex mask, go for it. And then you can make a video about it and put it on your YouTube. Have you got a YouTube channel?
Not an official one yet, but eventually I will.
I know we didn't want any hoaxes like Secure Team using it and putting it out there. We wanted serious people to research it and look at it and come up with a final solution how it was hoaxed completely. But it has to be beyond doubt, really. And at the moment, it's not beyond doubt in my mind. I don't know about John's, but it's all right taking one cherry-picked frame. You got to do it from all the frames in the video where all the lights appear and see if it can match up with a truck. Because you'll find that that bright light is up here somewhere in the frame. And of course, the whole thing hinges on the location. If he just gave us the locations from start and said, well, this is where the swampy area is, and you can see there's not going to be any truck that's able to go in there and not getting stuck without the motor running and all that sort of stuff, you know. Maybe if we went to his house and we saw like an old black car in his yard, right, we have say, haha, we got you. You know what I mean? And so we need that extra information. Maybe that's why he didn't give away the location. Maybe he's got a lot of broken down cars in his backyard, which would be perfect for faking UFO stuff, you know. But yeah, it's good. What's John posted here? Anything?
Oh no, it's just the same link.
Oh, right.
Same thing.
Okay. So, Monica, you still there?
Sir.
Okay. Why won't it scroll?
I don't know.
You should join the Discord server as well. I'd love to have you.
Hang on, something's going on here. It won't scroll anymore. It's not scrolling up and down. Not sure why.
Oh.
Might be getting that slow down business happening. How long have we been going for? Oh, here we go. It might be working now. No. Come on.
Looks like you've been going for an hour and 13 minutes.
Yeah, not really late. We just don't want that slow down business happening. Let's look at
strange show that happened.
Yeah, it's not going to scroll for us. Something strange going on there.
Oh God, already?
Yeah, it could be. Yep, slow down going. What? Something flashed then. No. Yeah. There's something going on here. Hopefully it's not going to lure in our live stream. This happens randomly. We just don't know what causes this CPU consumption just suddenly to go up.
Okay.
There you go. Anyway, anything else you wanted to talk about on that particular one? Did I post that link? Oh, didn't I? I posted that one.
So far as I know, nothing that I can bring up now.
No. Yeah, it'll be brought up again and again and again. I can tell you that. But Yep. You have permission to analyze it yourself and make a video if you want. Whether it was someone pranking him, whether he was making a hoax, whether it was a real thing. Either way, they did a fairly good job of it anyway. So I was going to look at other stuff, if it's going to let us. So last stream we were talking about rocket propellant and SpaceX destroying the ozone layer with the rockets, and I was talking about chemicals. What was the thing? Magnesium, wasn't it? So I started looking at other metals, right? And I found this one here. If I can bring it up, I'll come to Flint in a minute. There's the video. I think it was on this one. It's going slow. Very slow. You can see here we've got the cursor business happening. Okay, so I'll just play this clip here, and it's quite a good demonstration. What's this stuff popping up here? I hate pop-ups. So now this is an efficient way for kids to remember the names of elements. Have the elements explore. 5 of the 6 alkali metals react with air and water. Lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, and cesium. These are soft metals. I'm not sure where it's from. Whether it's a TV series. But I'll see if I can play it. Oh dear. Here we go, it's responding now. Damn Google. What have you done to our live stream? You've taken away our CPU.
There are 6 alkali metals: lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, and francium. They're all soft metals which can be cut with a knife. In air, the elements quickly become coated with compounds that form on the metal's surface. Here, for example, is lithium.
Oh dear.
When we slice it, you can see the metallic luster, but the black coating quickly reappears.
We've got the slow down, guys.
Sodium is kept
Time
under
to break
oil
up
to
the
prevent
crayons.
reaction with air. Again, when we cut it, the metal surface can be seen.
Oh, right, it's finally caught up.
But this time, corrosion occurs even more quickly. With the next alkali metal, potassium, the corrosion in air is so quick that it's hard to see the metallic luster at all. As we go down the group,
scroll up.
the elements seem to react more quickly with air. Now let's see another reaction of the alkali metals, the reaction with water. We'll start with lithium. The metal floats on the water and reacts with it, giving off hydrogen gas.
So that's lithium.
Now for sodium. The same sort of thing happens, although the reaction is a bit more vigorous. All the alkali
stuff. Good stuff, Google. You screwed up our live stream again.
Was it the ad blocker?
What's happened there? Okay. It was playing. And now we got a blank window. Oh dear. Come on. Where's it gone to?
What? Good God.
It vanished. It looks like it's gone to the next video for some reason. We might have to do a part 2, eh? Restart the stream again.
Yeah.
And could it be the side chat that kicked in? I don't think anything happened there while I was doing other stuff, was there?
No.
Yeah, we can't function like this when it with my supercomputer is no longer super. It was going so well too, wasn't it? And this happens. It's locked up completely here. I'm going to do a Control-Alt-Delete and see if we can get it coming back. But it doesn't normally last too long. There we go. I haven't pushed Control-Delete yet. So where's the video gone? Alright, it's coming back up now.
Gosh. Okay.
Did we have a brownout? Did we lose connection before? Yeah, let's try.
Yes, you have several times.
Okay, so that's probably why it's going slow. Every time we get a brownout, it just gets gradually slower and slower. It's definitely a Google bug going on.
Yeah, Gerard was commenting on it too. He was getting the same thing. We all were. And that was through Discord.
Yeah, but I haven't heard anything glitchy or anything.
I know it. It doesn't affect you for some reason. We all of a sudden we can't hear you at all. We can't see anything that's going on, and then 15 seconds later, you're going on like nothing happened, and you couldn't hear us at all. So very confusing.
Um.
The Discord's in the mix as well here. They're not blameless, that's for certain.
It's only like a 2-minute video.
There are 6 alkali metals:
It sounds
lithium, sodium,
the guy from
potassium,
Faulty
rubidium,
Towers.
cesium, and
John
francium.
Cleves, it sounds
They're
like.
all soft metals which can be cut with a knife. In air, the elements quickly become coated with compounds that form on the metal's surface. Here, for example,
Okay, we'll
is
just skip
lithium.
it. No.
When we slice it, you
No,
can see the metallic
not working.
luster, but the black coating quickly reappears.
Okay, we'll just
Sodium is kept under oil to prevent reaction with air. Again, when we cut it, the metal surface can be
I
seen,
don't know what to do.
but this time corrosion occurs even more quickly.
That's not very good, is it?
I wouldn't pay for it.
Yeah, let's just Control-Delete, see if we can salvage it.
Randomly.
Would it be based on your connection or no?
I think it's when the connection drops out. The Google code has some bug in it, and it just keeps chewing up more and more processes.
Do you have a direct connection on your computer?
Yeah, it's a cable connection. Fiber optics.
It's weird.
Should be plenty of speed. It's almost like it's like a DDoS attack that's happening. Like the connection is being so swamped. But it clears up as soon as we end the live stream and close down the browser for the live stream, because it closes all the background processes then. It's like even when you end the live stream, at least the background process is running. Okay, it's up and running again, but I'm not too sure if it's going to be much better. But we're just trying. It looks like it's slowed right down. At the moment, it's all the CPU cores are 100%. Makes no sense whatsoever.
Good God. No, it doesn't. Those things should just be blazing. You're sitting on like 48% max.
I think I might just end this live stream, start another one, and see how well we go again. So I've got to end task it again by the looks of it. Yeah. It's funny how it
Okay.
happens when we talk about certain things, though. It's almost like a Trojan in the background.
Pretty effective one.
It's one that takes over your